Alright, and welcome to the start of my Let's Play for The Sims 4 City Living. This is the third expansion pack to come out for The Sims 4, where you can explore the bustling city of San Myshuno, discover lively cultural festivals, live in apartments and get closer with your neighbors, while working your way up from starter apartment to penthouse. On top of that, you can also embark on new metropolitan careers. San Myshuno, which is the brand new world that comes with this expansion pack, is paired along with 4 different districts. First, we have the Fashion District, which is popular with young and trendy Sims. The Fashion District is also home to the Romance Festival and GeekCon. Next, we have Uptown, the luxurious heart of the city. Uptown is home to the rich, powerful, and slightly odd. This is the Spice Market, which is a family neighborhood famous for its Spice Festival, flea market, and dockland views. Last but not least, we have the Arts Quarter, which is home to the Humor and Hijinks Festival. The Bohemian Arts Quarter is beloved by musicians, artists, and all manner of creative types. Now, for those of you that are watching me for the very first time, well, first of all, hello, my name is AndrewsArcade. I've been making Let's Plays since 2009. I've been having so much fun with it, and I'm very excited because The Sims 3 Late Night was my favorite expansion pack of The Sims 3. I loved exploring Bridgeport and just having my Sims live in a high-rise apartment. So now that that's finally come to The Sims 4, it's like a dream come true. And I have played this expansion pack previously at a sort of like preview event called Sims Camp, but I really didn't get to sink my teeth into the expansion pack as much as I would have liked to. I liked what I saw from playing it for those couple of hours that I had, but now I have full access to the game and I can go and explore anything that I want and take my time with it all. So I'm very excited about that. Now, another thing I want to mention is that my Let's Plays are all connected, but don't worry, I still go out of my way to explain the relationships between Sims that I've created in the world, so nobody should be lost. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask me and I'll do my best to answer. Now I want to introduce the Sims that we're going to be playing with. There's going to be a total of 8 Sims, but don't worry, they're not going to be all in the same household. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Basically, I'm placing down 3 different households in San Myshuno. That way we can explore all the different types of apartments that this expansion pack offers. Because for those of you that don't know, The Sims 4 City Living also adds this new thing called lot traits. Basically, you're able to assign a whole bunch of different attributes to each lot. It's not just to apartments, it's to home lots, community lots. Any single lot in the game can have these, and they range from giving your sim a boost in energy, making a certain place haunted or cursed. You can have gremlins or gnomes show up in certain ones. You can give certain environments great acoustics so that your Sims can learn musical skills faster. There's a whole bunch of them and they all have plenty of unique effects. So I want to toy around with all of those, and I feel like it would make sense to have 3 different households. That way we can try them all out a little bit quicker. So let's go into detail about the 8 different Sims that we'll be cycling through in this particular Let's Play. First, we have these twins. They are the Papaya twins, and they come from a very illustrious family. They definitely have a lot to live up to, and I feel like they have a lot of big expectations from their family. The 2 of them are going to seek careers in the new critic field that's been added with the expansion pack. So because Pluto is so into art, thanks to her mother, who is Maya Papaya, she is a famous artist in the game, and I feel like as a kid, Pluto Papaya was able to learn a lot of artistic techniques about color theory and composition, so she knows what to look for in a masterpiece, and she'll be able to use that background knowledge to her advantage. She's also a vegetarian, which is a brand new thing in City Living. There's tons of new food, and quite a lot of them are vegetarian safe. With Venus, she used to help out her grandmother a couple times at the restaurant that she owns. So thanks to her grandma, she's been able to really develop a wonderful palate for different types of food. She's also unflirty, which is a brand new trait as well. And unflirty Sims, basically it's very difficult for them to be romantic in public. Over here we have Precious Kurosawa, who is the daughter of Kimiko from my Get to Work Let's Play. And Precious wants to dive into the social media career, and she's looking to branch off into the public relationships branch. I feel like that's something that she'd excel in tremendously, because as a kid she's always been a very social butterfly, and she definitely knows how to communicate with other people extremely well. Next we have Cheryl Montgomery, who is Tiffany's sister from my Get Together Let's Play, and she idolizes those trashy reality stars. She just can't get enough of it. She wants to be just exactly like them. So she'll be going into the social media career too, but on the complete opposite end. So she is going to try to chase that E-fame and become one of the most famous internet personalities out there. Here's Athena, who is the daughter of Gwen and Haley from my Get to Work Let's Play, and she is going to chase her dreams to become a professional athlete, because with City Living there is a brand new basketball object that I'm going to have her experiment with a whole bunch, because there's a whole ton of new and fun animations that comes with that object. Over this way is Max, and he had a lot of involvement in my Let's Play of The Sims 4 Kids Room. He got along with all of these Sims since childhood. He's actually a Sim that I didn't create. He was a Sim that's already in the game by default in Windenburg, but he's decided to become roommates with some other guys in City Living, and he's super evil actually. He's going to try to become a criminal mastermind, and he's also a kleptomaniac, so we're gonna have him go around town and try to swipe as many things as he can. Over this way is Xanadu. This is Diego's son from my Get to Work Let's Play. He's also an alien, as you can tell, and I'm going to have him follow the politician career. There's two different branches that you can take with that, and one of those is becoming a charity organizer. So that's what he's going to do, because he's a super good person and he just wants to help out others in need, specifically other aliens, because for those of you that don't know, human Sims don't respond too extremely well to aliens all the time. Xanadu used to have a human disguise, but he absolutely hated it. So that's why he just rocks his natural skin color, and he's super proud of it. And he's hoping that over time, Sims will be more accepting of aliens. Last but not least, here we have Wilson. Wilson is literally an evil spawn. He came out of a wishing well with a whole bunch of smog and smoke, and he transfigured into a human body. He is dastardly, he is dangerous, and he is going to definitely be probably killing some Sims around town. I just expect that's what's gonna go down. He's the son of Rafa from my Get Together Let's Play, and because he's so evil, he will be trying to become a politician as well. Now that we're done with the introduction of everything, let's finally start the gameplay. So over this way in the world map view, you can see there is San Myshuno, and I've placed the 3 households I was talking about. Once it loads, you can hover over all these different buildings and it'll tell you how many units are available in each area. So for instance, when we hover here, it says that there's 4 units available. We can click it and then see more information about each different apartment. It will say how many bedrooms there are, bathrooms, and also which lot traits are currently active on that lot. Here you can see I've placed what I am calling the bros. The bros consist of Wilson, Xanadu, and Max. Now, a cool thing is that with this info panel, and I think this came with the latest patch, you can actually add bios again for households, which I absolutely love. The lots can also have info sections too, so you can type up these little stories and descriptions about all these different lots. And like this one is haunted, so let's read this. Once home to a famous local chef, legend holds that pufferfish nigiri was invented in this very kitchen. Additionally, the dining room boasts brand new clean floors and fresh paint throughout. So it's historical, which means the landlord has one rule. The inspirational plaque dedicated to a famous historical resident can never be removed or sold. It's also haunted, so it says locals say this place is haunted. What do they know? So potentially you could see the chef that died in this very apartment. Now, with the bros, I had a lot of fun, so I want to read all of the Sims descriptions. I figured out I could do this after I did the intro video, but it's all good. So, a posse of 3 men who have known each other since childhood. Wilson is an evil fairy who hopes to take over the world. Naturally, he is pursuing a career in politics. Xanadu is an alien that was birthed by a man. You don't want the details. Aliens still aren't fully accepted in society, but Xanadu hopes to help his fellow species by starting a non-profit organization to help them with shelter and food. Max loves tattoos, basketball, and crime. He hopes to become the boss who runs the town. So they live over here in the spice market. You can hover over all of these little circles here and it'll tell you a little bit more about each town. It's what I read in the beginning of the video already though. So here at the Fashion District is where the twins live, and let's read their little bio. The Papaya twins have a lot to live up to. They come from an illustrious family. The two are confident that they'll be able to leave their mark in San Myshuno. They grew up with excellent teachings in science, art, and food. Both twins are looking to become world-renowned critics. Pluto is always inspired by her mother's art, so she will be critiquing it. Where Venus is already homesick and missing her grandmother's perfect home-cooked meals. She's a major foodie and will be a food critic. And last but not least, over here at the Arts Quarter, we have the Dreamers. So Precious, Cheryl, and Athena have packed their things from Willow Creek to chase their dreams. Precious is looking to land a job in public relations for Land Grab Industries. Cheryl, on the other hand, idolizes trashy reality stars and hopes to become social media goddess. Speaking of goddesses, Athena is starting her journey of becoming a professional athlete and dreams of competing in the 2020 Sim Olympics. So I just had a lot of fun typing up those things real quick, and I tried to involve as much lore from The Sims as I could. But let's go check out this apartment complex first, because for the first time in The Sims 4 we can have really trashy looking houses, well, apartments really, but you know, you could also use these items for a house as well. And I want to try to show off different price ranges for each different apartment. The reason that the bros are over here, that is because, well, with Xanadu, like I said, people aren't exactly kind to aliens in the world, so it's very hard for him to find a apartment complex that will even give him a lease. We have Wilson, who, by the way, is a little bit angry at the fact that Xanadu is an alien, so they might have a little bit of a complicated relationship, but we'll try to make it work as much as possible. He is evil though, so chances are he's not going to get along with too many people. But he will probably just remain in this couch area. That's sort of the deal that he made with Xanadu and also with Max. He doesn't have that much money to pay rent, but he doesn't want to live on the streets, and no one will let him live anywhere because of his fursuit. So he will just always remain in the little living room here. Max is going to right away join the criminal career, and we'll probably go to our neighbors' houses and try to steal some of their furniture, since if we go over here, he is a kleptomaniac, and these Sims don't mind borrowing things from others with a simple swipe, but will get tense when they have not swiped anything in a while. Let's go into buy mode real quick though. That way we can kind of take a look at some of the new objects in City Living. So obviously this is the crappier furniture that's in the game, and it's very run down furniture. We have these folding chairs that are brand new. There's some pipes that are external, and they are actually, you can't remove them from this particular apartment. Not all traits are locked, like not every single lot has traits that can't be removed, but this one in particular has the needs TLC trait, a great place to practice your handiness skills because everything's just going to be breaking all the time. Let's kind of get a little look at the exterior of this brownstone so you can see how it's embedded into the neighborhood. Unfortunately, you cannot place apartments in other worlds. I really wish that we would be able to, because there's a lot of areas in Willow Creek and Oasis Springs that I had envisioned placing high-rises when this expansion was announced, but we're restricted to having them in San Myshuno, but they look very beautiful in the world, and the surrounding area of all these cityscapes makes it look a lot more natural. There's also this bridge over here, and when we make it nighttime, you'll see there's this really pretty light, and it's animated, which I think the Golden Gate Bridge does that at night too. I want to say that's what the development team said, but honestly I have no idea because I've only seen it in the daytime. Over this way you can see that there's a little bit of a reference to Pike Place Market. The actual Pike Place Market sign though doesn't have a fish, but still that's what it's supposed to resemble. So there's a lot of little details that are supposed to mimic a whole bunch of cities in real life. They drew inspiration from places all over the world, and you'll be able to pick up on that. What's cool too is that this particular apartment that we have does have this balcony here. Now some of you may be wondering about the customization, so let me sort of explain what that's about. You can alter walls within the limits of your own apartment, but you can't extend your walls into other buildings, obviously. So you can't go this way because this is another apartment unit. You are unable to customize the common area, so this will always remain the same. And I don't think that we can delete these windows. Yeah, but we were able to delete that other window there because it wasn't on the very edge of the lot. So I think that's why. So that is how you can customize these particular apartments. Here is where we can adjust the different lot traits. So I added in the Gremlins trait, and I want to say because over here with Wilson, he's pure evil. I feel like he's summoning these gremlins on purpose, and gremlins break a whole bunch of stuff during the nighttime. So all this stuff around here will break super often, and I want to basically make it a huge hazard, invite over repair technicians, and try to kill as many of them as possible. So that's sort of my plan over there with Wilson. I'll just kind of show off all the traits here. I don't think I'm going to read all the descriptions for every single one, but a lot of these are able to give your Sims buffs to improve their skills faster, but then also there's other ones that add more flavor to the game, like the gnomes that act against the gremlins, so they fix everything that the gremlins mess up. You can make certain lots haunted. You can have penny pixies, which means that you'll suddenly find a whole bunch of money left by apparently pixies. And then cursed lot means that lots of things seem to go wrong in the apartment. You can make it grody, so Sims have a chance of getting nauseous while eating, drinking, or using the restroom. There's also Quake Zone, which I think I'm going to add because I haven't seen that one yet. And occasionally there's a minor tremor here, probably nothing to worry about. So basically earthquakes will occasionally happen, the whole screen will shake, and the Sims are supposed to react to them. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll have Quake Zone, Gremlins, and then we can't remove this particular one. But again, that's just with this lot. There's only a very small select lots in San Myshuno that have traits that you cannot remove whatsoever. So let's have one of our Sims go out here real quick, and we can see them go down into the city. So stop talking and watching television. You'll see them go over here and use the elevator. The elevator acts as a portal in this game, so they will instantly teleport all the way down there. It's a little bit jarring at first, but then you kind of get used to it. I really do miss the animations from The Sims 3 though, with the elevators, and you can't really interact with them, so your Sim isn't able to woohoo in it or try for a baby in it. But oh look, there's Sterling, who is a professional athlete. This is actually one of my Sims' fathers, but or stepdad actually. We see him around all the time, but I'll have Max go say hello to him. And there is Rafa. Oh my gosh. Okay, awesome. Rafa is the Sim that I spent so much time with in my get together let's play. He's a very talented musician, so it's only natural that we'd see him over here in the streets performing. That's amazing. Already running into a bunch of familiar faces. Sterling, however, isn't really too impressed over here with Max. He had some negative feelings towards him. This is one of the brand new objects, the basketball court. We'll definitely have to interact with that a little bit later. And Max, I want him to go around and do a whole bunch of street art too, since he is kind of evil and a little bit of a renegade. He literally he's the club leader of the Renegades from Windenburg, so he's always doing a bunch of uh, mischievous things. Over here, this is Precious. He already knows who she is, so we're gonna go say hello to her. She's one of the other Sims we'll be playing with soon enough. And what does she have in her hand? Oh, okay, right now she has coffee, but there are a bunch of brand new teas that have been added into the game too, so I was wondering if maybe she got one of the new ones potentially. Well, where are you going to? What are you doing? I told you to go chat with Precious and you are running like super far away from her. Oh, does she smell? She must smell. I don't know why he would go all the way over there. Oh, look, there's Athena. Let's go give her an apartment key. That's right. You can go and give Sims apartment keys, and that basically makes it so that they're allowed to stop by your apartment at any time and drop in whenever they like. They don't have to knock on the door or anything. I'm not too sure what's going on though. I'm not like Max is just really nervous. They kind of always had a little bit of a thing. He's just like watching her all the way over there from the bushes. What are you doing? It's okay. Go talk to her. Oh my gosh. What? Are you really that nervous? You have nothing to be worried about. But he does have a little bit of a crush on her. Don't worry, we'll give her a key later on. Is he still not moving? Well, this is off to a great start. Wow, I don't know why that is. That was very odd. Max, are you okay? You must be high. Like, I don't know what's going on, but he is being rather silly. And now he's just waving goodbye to Pluto over there. But let's walk this way. We can see there's a street performer here, and we can go watch the living statue. So we'll go do that. And once you tip this, any performer, once you give them any type of tip, they will actually basically give you the outfit, and you can go into Create a Sim, and you can perform yourself on the streets too. So let's go and give her a tip. And there we go, we unlocked the living statue outfit. As a reward for your generous tip, you have unlocked metallic face paint, a hat, and a full body outfit for both a cowboy and astronaut. Wearing all three pieces for either costume will give your sim the self-interaction to bust for tips. I think there's ways to, yeah, let's try to scare the living statue because Max is a bit of a jerk. I don't know if he'll be able to be successful with this or not. Let's go and try to flirt with the statue and flash crazy eyes. I actually haven't done this before. I don't know if they'll break at all. I wonder if maybe they'll eventually just snap and just start beating the crap out of you, perhaps. Because I can only imagine how annoying and obnoxious this would be, but that's just kind of how Max is. He's kind of a douche. Let's go here to the basketball court, and we're gonna go take some shots. We'll take close shots. Here we see some of the new children that roam the streets of San Myshuno and some of the new fashion that they're wearing. So Max, you know, he's still, even though he loves the sport, he's very much new to it and is missing like all of these shots. This particular sim that is leaving our apartment, by the way, he is a neighbor. I think he lives in this unit, so we can go and visit his apartment sometime. You can also invite Sims to hang out from that door, and I think eventually they might make a lot of noise and stuff like that, and we can go over there and tell them to stop. Oh, there's Sterling. I wonder if we can challenge him to a bit of a competition. We're gonna go challenge him to a hoops competition. Let's see who will win. Sterling has a lot of experience. Like I said, he is a professional athlete, though he is retired now. He has been for a while, but who knows? Maybe we'll be lucky and we'll be able to defeat Sterling. We're doing a granny shot. What? He did the granny shot and he totally missed. Hold on, let me pause so we don't miss anything here. I can see Athena's over this way and she is pissed off. She's probably pissed because she didn't get that apartment key that I wanted to give to her. I don't know what happened there earlier. Thankfully everything's fine now, but that was very strange when he was stuck there for a little while. Oh, I forgot that there's moodlets. That's right, there's new moodlets. So tiny tipper. As long as it looked like they were tipped, no one will know. Wait, oh, did we not? Oh, I guess because it was an evil interaction to simply tip just one simoleon. I mean, a simoleon is a simoleon, okay? A simoleon goes a long way. Near misery. Evil Sims greatly enjoy. Oh my god, he enjoys the misery. Who's miserable right now? I guess Athena's sort of miserable off there in the distance. We'll have to go talk with her a little bit later. So he is accomplishing some of his lifetime wish here because he does want to become a bodybuilder, and the sim wants to work out and become as strong as they can be. Or no, actually I selected the wrong aspiration. I'm sorry, that's not what I want. I want him to go to deviance, and I think, is it public enemy? Have 3 declared enemies, witness. I don't want him to witness a death of a sim. We'll do this one, the Chief of Mischief, instead. And then with Wilson, yeah, he will have the public enemy one. I feel like it'd make more sense for him to have that. I think that we're still in the middle of this competition right now, but we're really relying on those granny shots. Did we win? I really doubt it. Let's see. Sterling spinning the ball with one finger. Okay, buddy, calm down. Oh, he shoots and misses. I'm surprised that he missed. There's so many basketballs bouncing around everywhere. Jeez, they're going all over the damn place. I think that he is still in a competition. Oh yeah, and he totally just lost. So how could he lose? Losing a basketball challenge like that can be so demoralizing because he's so uncomfortable and pissed off. Oh no, I guess this person didn't finish the mural. Well, when people finish murals and other street art around the world, you can actually go over there and vandalize it. So I was gonna have him vandalize the mural, but oh well, we'll have to save that for another time. In the meantime though, let's have him go buy some food. That's where he can go buy some produce, but yeah, no, that's the only shop that's open right now. I don't really want produce. I want a prepared meal. Over here you can see that there's a Mexican food stand, but it's closed right now. It can open a little bit later. Who is this person? Brady Story. So pretty. Alright, let's get an apple. That's right. I think that you can just straight up eat produce. I forgot that you can do that again. You weren't able to do that when The Sims 4 was first released, but I'm pretty sure they did patch that in. He is feeling a little bit sick, so we'll have him go home. That way he can just relax, and hopefully that apple will be nutritious enough for him. And off we go back to Xanadu. He is currently focused. I'm surprised he's actually kind of getting along right now with Wilson. Maybe they're bonding over this particular television show that's happening right now. And I want to go over this way though to the common area. Oh, what are you doing? Is everything okay? Just go use the restroom. Oh my god, there's a floating trap. Okay, no, just kidding. It just didn't load the sim. But look, there's one of our neighbors. We should go say hello to her. So let's go do a friendly introduction after she finishes. What the? Why are you just dropping trash in the common area? Okay, we're not your maid. Pick up after yourself. Yeah, you. Oh, what? Wilson! Well, obviously Wilson's really into the trash and he's just playing around with it by default. I didn't realize that Sims could even do that. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Uh-oh, this is gonna be an issue. Jita over here does not like the fact that Xanadu is an alien. She's actually really angry about it. Jeez. Well, sorry. You know what? We don't need to know. You're going to be victim number 1, okay? Max is totally going to hop on over to your apartment complex sometime in the future, and we're going to go swipe like all of your most expensive goods. But we're going to go leave an affirming note over here on the billboard, and then we're going to read if anyone else has left any notes. In the meantime, though, we're going to just ignore her and walk over this way, see what's going on here in this little area. Come on, buddy, Xanadu. You can do it. Xanadu, you already... Yeah, I know you left a note. I guess there's no notes to be read just yet. The trash just, like, duplicated itself. What is wrong with you? Go inside, Wilson. Bad Wilson. Go sit down, okay, buddy? Now, I guess... You know, no, we're not cleaning up that mess. They can clean up that mess. Okay? We didn't do that. You guys did. Oh my god, the nerve of these people. Well, we haven't seen anything break just yet, but don't worry, I'm sure those lot tricks will be in full effect eventually. Let's go and switch to another household real quick. Let's just go look at the other apartments. So we're gonna head over with the Dreamers. Precious is currently at home, so we'll head over there. By the way, I don't think that I mentioned it, but all of the traits, they were or I'm sorry, no, the apartments themselves, the way that they were decorated in the interior, that's just how they are by default right now. Though I did change this slightly just because I didn't want Athena to use a kid's room bed. Oh, by the way, there's new beds. Okay, that's a big deal because almost like in every expansion pack or stuff pack that comes out, I'm always bitching about the lack of beds, but here we have 4 different types of beds we can select. Well, this one's the same, however, one of them is used and another is brand new, so that's the difference between both of those. Now let's go back over this way, and of course, look at that. Cheryl here is taking a selfie at this very moment, getting a head start on that social media game already. And there is Athena. So I need to mention, by the way, that Precious is a young adult, but both Cheryl and Athena, as of right now, are teenagers. And let's go into the family tree really quickly. You'll see that Precious is actually the niece of Cheryl, even though Cheryl is younger than Precious. It's a very complicated situation from previous videos, but that's how they're related. And then while Precious isn't biologically like related to Athena, they've grown up together since they were little kids, so they pretty much treat each other as if they're sisters. So they're essentially a family of their own. It's not your typical family, but they're still a family. Now let's go here. We're going to add them to the group. That way we can just kind of manipulate them all together a little bit faster. I should have done that previously. That's my bad. But I just want to quickly show off where they live. Don't worry though, I will customize their apartments more in the future. That way it can reflect their personalities a little bit more. And right now I'm not too worried about them like getting careers or anything like that. I will get them to get a job in the next part though, for sure. So let's just take a little look at where they live. So this is what their apartment complex looks like. It's a little bit nicer for sure. It's in the arts quarter. So they have access to this particular venue over here, the Art Center, which is a brand new venue type. So when they go there, there's mentors there that can help your artistic abilities. And then I think there might be a festival that happens here. I think it's the Hijinks Festival or something like that. Oh, look, there's actually some stuff for sale over here. You see how that food stand just closed, by the way? The food stands are dynamic. So throughout the day and night, they will change and they'll open and close. I think that this dude is just about to close his shop too. Yeah. But occasionally you can see people selling a bunch of collectibles throughout the city. And you can even sell your own too by buying that object. It is portable and you can take it with you. So yeah, this is the little arts quarter, and this is kind of what they look like up here in their little apartment. Actually, it's a pretty big apartment, to be honest. They're lot traits though. Let's go over that real quick before we show off the twins unit. So it's haunted. Locals say this place is haunted. It also has Quake Zone and fast internet. You know, let's get rid of Quake Zone since we just picked that in the other lot. And instead, let's see, what should we go with? How about there's so many to choose from. It's kind of hard. I suppose we can go with convivial. The spacious but intimate feel makes it easier to practice charisma, comedy, and mischief. So yeah, that should work out pretty well because since they're both in the social media career, I'm sure they'll need to work on their charisma. Well, they're not in it yet, but they will be once we get jobs in the next part. So let's head over to the twins. So this is their house over here. And oh, this one also has the Quake trait. So let me take that away. We'll change that Let's see what we can pick here. We'll make this a party place, and we'll also make it so that they have fast internet since they are both critics. Let's do something different that we haven't picked in the other ones yet, though. Let's do one that is cursed. Let's see what this ends up happening once we start playing with them a little bit more. So I apologize. The reason I'm not playing with the twins and also with the dreamers that much, it's because we spend a little bit too much time with the bros, but I wanted to at least show off all of their different apartment units and also look at their fancy outfits, by the way. Absolutely in love with all of the Create a Sim content that was added in with this pack. There's a lot of high-waisted stuff, and I am all for it. A lot of really cool and interesting patterns. And on top of that, they have a lot more diverse content in the game too. So there's a bunch of like different head wraps and a bunch of clothing that's definitely inspired by like Japanese fashion, by Indian fashion, and a whole bunch of other cultures have been incorporated into the game. Oh, I love this bookshelf, by the way. You can place some small little objects too, like plants. And actually, let me go to buy mode, and I'll go to show all and filter by city living so you can see all of the objects here. So I'll try to scroll a little bit slowly, but there are so many new items. These are all the different types of food carts. So we have Japanese food, American food, tea and hot drinks, Mexican food, Filipino food, Chinese, Indian, Moroccan, Vietnamese, Uptown. Oh, these are, sorry, no. These are like the different variations of them. So you have like the sort of, I don't want to say cheap ones, but ones made out of wood, and then these that are a little bit classier looking and have fancy glass on top. But there's a bunch of new wall decorations too, which I'm very thankful about. Oh, but my favorite thing, I think this is the new window, right? It is. Look at these windows. No, just kidding. These are the old windows. Go away, old windows. You're not exciting anymore, okay? Let's go to city living. I guess it's only medium wall heights. Oh, shoot. And I guess, oh, I didn't know this, but you can't change the wall height in apartments. That's a bit of a bummer. I didn't realize that. No, I can't show you this. Actually, can I just do move objects on? Oops. If I could type, that would be great. There we go. No! Well, anyway, these windows are fantastic. You can change the paneling on them with each of the retextures, and they're super sweet. But yeah, they're here in the fashion district, which is heavily influenced by Tokyo. And over this way is, I think it's called Honey Pop, which is the karaoke bar. So we'll have to go there sometime soon to have them belted out. And this is where GeekCon will occur too. There's also nice details around this particular part of the world. You'll see a bunch of public transit, cars going off in the distance. I wish we had cars. I hope we get cars in the future. They're so cool. I miss them. I miss woohooing in cars, because you could do that in The Sims 2, and actually in The Sims 3 as well with the Royne Heights car. And you'll also see people walking down here. Look, that dude just parked. So it's a very lively city for sure. The team that's responsible for building the worlds definitely made it seem very realistic, and you feel like you're really in this environment by thousands of people. And I love the fact that we can go down here to the festivals seamlessly from our apartments. That way we don't have to be bothered with a loading screen, and we'll also see a bunch of other people show up here that we can interact with. But yeah, that's just kind of a little bit of an introduction of all of the Sims and where they live, and we did a little bit of gameplay there, but you can kind of get a feel of what this expansion pack is all about. And I'm so excited because, like I said, Late Night's my favorite Sims 3 pack, and I'm very optimistic for this pack, even though we did run into a few little hiccups there, but nothing too game breaking. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this first part, and I hope to see you all for the second video. But that's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.